It's something we do all day, every day, a lot of the time without even thinking about it. We're talking about online communication, and today we're going to break down how it's completely changing our world. Let's just start with this. Have you ever sent a text, maybe with an emoji you thought was super clear, only to find out your friend took it the wrong way? Yeah, that simple thumbs up or a one-word reply can sometimes cause a whole lot of confusion, can't it? So, to figure out why that happens, we've got to start with the absolute basics. What exactly is online communication anyway? Well, what are we talking about here? It's actually pretty simple. It's just the way we connect with each other using the internet. So instead of being right there face to face, we're on our phones, our computers, or our tablets, shooting off messages and sharing stuff. And we have a massive digital toolbox to get this done. I mean, think about it. We use emails for school. We've got instant messaging apps like WhatsApp to chat with our friends. We're scrolling through social networks like Instagram and TikTok. And of course, we're hopping on video calls to actually see people who are far away. What's so amazing about these tools is the sheer power they put in our hands. It really all boils down to two things: speed and access. We can share an idea, a photo, anything, instantly, and connect with pretty much anyone, anywhere on the planet. And that kind of incredible connection, well, it comes with some huge advantages. So let's start by looking at the bright side, all the good things about being constantly connected. Okay, let's break down the good stuff. First up, flexibility. You can chat with a friend from the bus, from your bedroom, literally anywhere. It's also fantastic for both starting and keeping friendships going, and it's absolutely essential for staying in touch with family or friends who live far away. For some people, it can even be a real lifeline to feel a little less alone. This quote right here really nails the social power of these tools. That ability to keep your friendships strong, even when you can't physically be together, that's a massive plus. But you knew this was coming, right? It's not all good news. For every plus, there's usually a minus. So now let's flip the coin and explore some of the risks and disadvantages of all this online communication. Hey, remember that confusing text we talked about at the very beginning? Well, this is exactly why it happens. When you're just texting, you lose all those super important nonverbal cues. Like someone's tone of voice, their smile, or their body language. And that is a perfect recipe for a misunderstanding. And this one problem kind of snowballs into a few other issues. First, you've got those misunderstandings. But also, ironically, spending too much time online can sometimes make people feel even more isolated. Then there's information overload from all the constant notifications. And a really big one, security risks. This is so important to remember, you guys. The information you share about yourself online, it's valuable. And not everything you see or read online is true or safe. You've got to be smart and protect yourself. Always think before you click or post. So let's put it all together, side by side. On the one hand, the for column, online communication helps us maintain friendships, and it's super convenient. But on the other hand, the against column, it can cause all those misunderstandings and comes with real security risks. As you can see, it's a major balancing act. So with all these pros and cons flying around, how in the world are we supposed to navigate this digital world? Well, that brings us to the solution: learning the rules of the game. The key is something called Netiquette. And yeah, it sounds a little fancy, but it's really just good manners for when you're online. The rules are pretty simple, but they're so powerful. Number 1, think before you type. Remember, those words can be out there forever. 2, be polite and respectful. Just treat people the same way you would in person. 3, it's totally fine to disagree, but always do it with kindness. And 4, a super important one, check your facts before you share something. All right, let's bring it all home and wrap this up. Our conclusion is actually pretty straightforward, and it really comes down to one single key idea. It is all about finding the right balance. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? Online communication is an amazing tool, but it was never meant to replace talking to people in person. It should complement our real-world relationships. Add to them, not take away from them. So we're going to leave you with one final question to think about. After looking at both sides of the argument, what do you think? Does our digital world actually bring us closer together, or does it end up pushing us further apart? The answer isn't simple, is it? Thanks for joining us.